What is this obsession with glasses that I have? Now, what glasses am I wearing? Why am I wearing dark glasses? You see, when a person wears dark glasses, certain things become invisible or they cannot see certain things. In the same way, when we wear these glasses called the glasses of self-doubt, we will not be able to see our own potential. You become oblivious to your own potential that resides within you, and you doubt your abilities, you doubt your skills. Self-doubt is a mental theme. It's a cognitive distortion like catastrophizing. I spoke about it in my last video. Self-doubt is a lack of confidence in one's ability or worth, leading to uncertainty and insecurity. It can manifest in personal relationships, work, academics, and creative pursuits. In this video, I will discuss how self-doubt can defeat you and lead you to a mediocre life. I will also give you 2 steps to overcome self-doubt and a bonus hack to free you from the destructive clutches of this cognitive distortion called self-doubt. Let's begin. This cognitive distortion called self-doubt can create various problems for you in life. When you wear these glasses, you engage in number 1, negative self-talk. You see, we all have this internal conversation. This internal conversation can be positive, neutral, or negative. But when we wear these glasses of doubting ourselves, we engage in negative self-talk. This can have a destructive effect on our mental and emotional well-being. For instance, negative self-talk, it involves where you say to yourself, I'm not good enough, I will never succeed, or I do not deserve good things in life. This type of internal conversation reinforces negative beliefs, which can lower your self-esteem and lead to anxiety and depression. Number 2, doubting yourself leads to seeking external validation. Do you ever find yourself seeking approval from others to feel competent or worthy? It's a common tendency for people who wear the glasses of self-doubt to doubt their own judgment and abilities and crave for external validation. This leads to poor relationships, lack of respect in the community, unhappiness, sycophancy, and unnecessary appeasement of people around you. Self-doubt can also lead to indecision. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel unsure or hesitant when making decisions? Or you may find yourself second-guessing and seeking reassurance from others. This is a form of self-doubt. People who wear these dark glasses compare themselves to others. Do you ever compare your abilities, achievements, or progress with others? It's a common habit, but it can often leave you feeling inferior and inadequate. Let me ask you, if you are someone who tends to put off important tasks or opportunities because you are afraid of failing, or are you trying to be a perfectionist? Because you see, when you do this, self-doubt puts you in the procrastination zone. And this can lead to missed opportunities and it delays your progress. Number 5, self-doubt sows the seeds of fear of failure. Have you ever felt anxious or hesitant about taking risks or going after your goals? Maybe you were afraid of making mistakes, disappointing others, or falling short of expectations. This fear of failure stems from the distortion called self-doubt. My dear viewer, self-doubt can significantly impact your mental and emotional well-being and your ability to achieve goals. And it also affects your ability to pursue opportunities and fulfill your potential. It can undermine self-confidence, hinder decision-making, and contribute to a feeling of stress And like I said, anxiety and depression. Now you see, there are steps to overcome self-doubt. Now let's discuss how to overcome self-doubt. I'm going to give you 2 steps. Step number 1. To overcome self-doubt, you can boost your self-confidence and self-compassion. Focus on your strengths, accomplishments, write them down. Your past successes, instead of dwelling on the perceived failures or shortcomings. Set realistic goals and take small, achievable steps towards them. This builds momentum and confidence. Surround yourself with supportive and encouraging people who believe in your abilities. Now, you may say, I don't have such people around me. Everybody around me is negative. It's okay. In one of my videos, I said, when you have a lot of negativity around you, it's tough, but you can still find your way, find your path. I know it because I was surrounded by negative people. And what did I do? I became friends with books. The authors, they became my friends. I felt deep inside that they are my friends, my dear friends, though I had not met them. I was hallucinating, distorting, but in a positive way. Now you see, if you don't have people around you, a supportive environment, do not make that a reason to fail. Make that a reason to succeed. Step number 2, find a role model. Ask yourself this empowering question. Ask yourself, is there anybody who has achieved success despite of my shortcomings? Learn from those individuals and read about them. Adapt their belief system. If you don't find anybody like that, do not make it an excuse and have this self-doubt reside inside you. What you could do is you could make a conscious decision to become a role model for others and yourself. You say to yourself, okay, I don't have a role model, but then I am going to achieve my success in spite of these doubts that I have. And I am going to be a role model for others because there's no one who's achieved what I want to achieve. That rarely happens, by the way. And then once you decide that you're going to be the first person to achieve that success, regardless of the challenges, go ahead and make it happen. I'll give you an example. I heard of this blind man in India, a business person. I listened to his speech once. See, though he is blind, he built a multi-crore company in India. He could have doubted himself. He could have said something like, I am blind, nobody will support me, nothing will happen, and all that. But not this person. He must have said something like, okay, fine, this is my disability, but I'm going to succeed regardless. I will move ahead despite of my shortcomings. Now, what are your shortcomings? Something that you believe cannot be changed. Maybe you say something like, I'm tall, I'm too tall, I'm too short, I'm too fat, I'm too thin. I do not know this particular language. It can be any physical disability or a physical flaw where you think it's a flaw, where the society thinks it's a flaw. But in reality, in the marketplace, maybe nobody gives a shit about it. So what is it that is stopping you? What is it that is creating self-doubt? Ask yourself. And finally, make use of this bonus hack. Work on your language patterns. Become aware of your language patterns. Instead of saying, I can't do this because, you turn the tables around and say something like, I'm going to do this because of this shortcoming. I'm going to do this regardless. I'm going to do this despite of my disability. When you change the way you talk to yourself, you change your destiny. It will uplift you. It will take you to your star. It will make you realize your dreams. Remember, no matter who you are or your background, you have the ability and you can get whatever you want to. You know you are worth it and it is possible for you to do it. The thing is, you will have to remove these glasses of self-doubt and start seeing the potential in you. Don't be oblivious. Let your potential be obvious to you. Connect with us for deeper transformations and take charge.